when you order something, but what you ordered was not what you got? That's exactly what happened to me. This is a video of how I met my husband and how it was definitely not what I ordered. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been away for over a year. A lot has happened. So this is my first video this year and I'm hoping to be consistent. So first of all, we're going to start this video by telling you about how I met my husband and how it was definitely not what I ordered and but what I got. So let's take a step back. So 2023, I had just finished my master's degree and I studied in China. I did my master's in China. So I came back in like August 2023 and then I went for a reunion, a family reunion in September and October. So I came back to Abuja in November. Now, when I came back to Abuja, because the family reunion was in Lagos, so when I came back to Abuja, the only thing that was on my mind was to get a job. Like I hadn't really had a real job, since I finished university. Um, so I'm sure Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians can relate when maybe you're hitting a milestone or you're just finishing a milestone, and then your daddy, your mommy, your aunties, your uncles, your friends, even your enemies are asking you, what's next, what's next, what's next. That's exactly what happened to me. So what I thought was, okay, coming back to Nigeria, I'm coming to look for a job. I want to be financially independent. I want to, get my own money, like earn my own money. So I wasn't looking for a relationship. That was like the last thing on my mind. A relationship was the very last thing on my mind. But I won't say exactly that I did not believe in marriage or relationship, but I used to be of the opinion that, marriage is not for everybody. And if I'm supposed to get married, that's fine. If I'm not supposed to get married, that's fine. That's how God wants it. Any of the two was fine with me. So even when my friends would try to talk to me about marriage, I'll try to dismiss the conversation. And they'll be like, this girl. So anyway, November 2023, I I joined LinkedIn and I joined like seriously, like I was looking for an opportunity. I was looking for a job. I needed to plant my feet on a career that I really love. So I went into virtual assistance, by the way. Now I continued job searching up until February 2024, and I got a job as a virtual assistant. And mind you, like I was still trying, I was not really consistent on LinkedIn, but I was only on LinkedIn to look for a job because I heard that that's where people look for jobs. So that's like the only reason why I took LinkedIn seriously. So February 2024, I got a job and I was doing that up until March 3rd, 2024. I met my husband. So I came across this post one fateful Sunday night, one fateful Sunday evening. I came across this post, and the title of the post, or the first line on that post, was "Dear Future Wife." And I thought in my head, like, who writes this kind of thing on LinkedIn? Like, this is LinkedIn. It's not supposed to be a professional space. But no, this particular young man wrote "Dear Future Wife" and even puts emoji with love eyes. I was like, okay. Like, in fact, the entire post was very, very, very funny, like very interesting. I've never seen that kind of thing on LinkedIn before, at least to the best of my knowledge, right? So I looked at the person's profile. I liked the post, right? And then I looked at the person's profile and I was like, he's not even in Nigeria. But then again, it's not as if I was looking for anything, but I was like, so, but I think one thing that was very consistent with me was that I was looking for a new friend. So if the person is not even in Nigeria, what's the use? What is the use of the friendship to me? So I sent a connection request and he accepted like almost immediately. Now nothing happened. Then he made like 5 days following that. He made like few posts and I would comment, and it would be back and forth like in the comment section on LinkedIn until March 8th. I just saw that someone sent me a DM, a message, like a DM. Like I was like, is this person though? This guy. So he asked me about my experience in China. He assumed that I was still in China and he was like, oh, are you allowed to use WhatsApp in China and all of that? And I was like, oh, I'm no longer in China. That I left last year. That's the year before. And he was like, oh, okay, that he wants to go sleep. He has work. And then he gave me his WhatsApp number. And I was like, okay, all right. So I messaged him like almost immediately because I didn't. So I'm the kind of person that I forget things easily. Like I would forget to message you. So I messaged him like almost immediately. Like at least let it just be there. I didn't even save his number immediately. I just left it. Let it just be there. So he I told him the first thing I sent to him was, "It's me, the girl that's always disturbing you in your LinkedIn comment section." So yeah, I really typed that. So he was like, "Hi, hello." He sent a voice note and he was just saying hi, hello, and all of that. And then he now reiterated that he wanted to go sleep, that he was going to work the next day. I was like, "Oh yeah, that I also have to go sleep. That I'm going to a wedding. I had a wedding to attend and I was one of the bridesmaids." And I was like, "Oh no, it's not my wedding, but don't worry, I'll invite you to my wedding." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, invite me to your wedding when the time comes." Now, fast forward to March, the end of March, he said he would start making, so we were talking all this while. And sometimes he would make very funny jokes, right? Jokes like, I could be your husband, or jokes like, I could just come back to Nigeria and marry you. And I'm like, what the hell? I am not looking for a relationship. But I didn't tell him this, that I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was looking for marriage. So I just used to like dismiss when he jokes like that. I'll just dismiss it. I'll just dismiss it. I'll do as if I did not hear him. So then he got serious one Saturday, and he was really like very serious about, like, I could not hear any joke in his voice. Like it didn't sound like he was joking. And I was like, look, what do you want from me? Like, because to be honest, I cannot give you what you want. And he was like, he wants to marry me. Like, guys, I don't think that I have ever met someone who, not because I've met a lot of people or a lot of guys, but I don't think I've ever met someone who was that direct about their intentions. Now, me, I'm very stubborn. So I was like, marry me as how? Like, let me tell you, I am not interested in marriage. I am not ready for marriage. Like, me and marriage, we're like this. We don't have any, there's nothing going on between me and marriage. Like, you will wait though. You will wait. And he was like, that he can wait, than worth the wait. In my mind, I'm like, this man does not even know what he has entered. He has no idea what he has entered. Anyway, so fast forward to all of that. Um, I was so the Saturday that he told me about his intentions. That Saturday. So so the Saturday, this next day was Sunday, and I went to church. And I remember when I got to church, like they were doing marriage Sunday. I remember, so I'm not the kind of person that would press my phone while in church. But that Sunday, I was pressing my phone. I was telling my friend, my very close friend at the time, that, come, these people, they are doing marriage Sunday. Oh. If I had known that they are doing marriage Sunday, I would not have bothered coming to church. Marriage Sunday. Okay. So while I was even still texting her and telling her that, the person that came to take the announcements, the next thing I heard him say, like immediately I texted my friend that if I had known, I wouldn't have come to church. The person said, your helpmeet can come from Canada. Mind you, my husband lives in Canada. And well, at the time he's in Canada, or he's still in Canada anyway. And the way, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I rose my head up so sharp that I could have snapped my neck. Because I was like, huh? Now, I told my friend, I texted her and I said, the person that took the announcement just said this. And she was like, hey, they have caught you. Now that means like they've caught you. Right. So that fast forward to all of that, I still like didn't pay any attention. Now I got two other confirmations, spiritual confirmations, by the way, from a family friend and one of my aunties. Now they didn't even know him at the time, right? I hadn't said anything. Like I was still in a thinking stage. But I think for me, what bothered me the most was that this person wanted to marry me. This person is not asking for a relationship, just a relationship. Like let's see how it goes. Like this person is asking that if we're dating, we are getting married. So I feel like that needed a lot of taking into. Like I had to take that. It was a lot. It was a lot. Imagine going from I'm not interested in marriage. So now meeting someone that actually wanted to marry you, like they want to work, like you understand. So anyway, that was not even the hardest part for me. The hardest part was that I knew that okay, if I were to ever get married, then I wanted or I had a list of how I wanted my spouse to look like. Let me just break it down for you. So first of all, I wasn't going to like I wanted someone who was taller than me. And I mean taller than me. Girls, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Like when you're looking up, like your neck will be up. Your neck will be up when you're looking at him. Yes, that's the kind of person that I wanted. But my brothers and my sisters, if my husband is taller than me, it's like this. Like let's say this is my height while I'm standing. It's just small like this that he top past me. Just small like this. That was something that I found really hard to like on that like to come to terms with. Now, how I know that it wasn't that tall was because we had talked about our heights. Then another thing was that I wanted to get married to someone who the most the most age difference was 5 years. Like if you're older than me, then the max you can be older than me is 5 years. And we can go from 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but highest 5 years. Just be older than me with max 5 years. Brethren, my husband is older than me with 7 years. That was also something that I struggled to come to terms with. Now, the third thing was the fact that I wanted to marry someone. So I'm Yoruba, but my mom is from the southern part of Nigeria. So I wanted to marry someone that was from the southern part of Nigeria, Delta, Akwa Ibom, anybody as far as you're from the southern part of Nigeria. But my husband is Yoruba. Like you see, I would rather marry Igbo than marry Yoruba. Like at the time, that was my thoughts. But yeah, my husband is Yoruba. Like the same tribe that I said I would never marry. Then another thing that I also found like that was just everything was negating all my list. Like my list, it was just nope, nope, nope. Another thing was I couldn't for the life of me do long distance relationship. Like it's very hard for me to even date someone that is in another state. Like for me, if I want to date somebody, me and the person we have to be in the same states. Like we can be in different parts of the states or the city, whatever. But we have to be like like I don't have to struggle to come and see you. If I want to see you, like I can just take a bus or take taxi or something to come and see you. You know, we can plan dates easily, things like that. That was like my mindset, and that's what I wanted. But as God we have it, my husband is not in the same city with me. He's not in the same state with me. He's not in the same country with me. So that was something that this long distance, a long, like it is, it's very very long. Extreme, like I will need a visa to come and see you, right? Like I will apply to come and see you. Like so, all of this, and then it was also the country that I was like, I almost like if I wanted to, it wasn't part of my study options, and now marriage is taking me to that country. So these were like lists that sometimes when my friends look back, when they look at me, they're like, You are the same person that said you don't want this one, you don't want that one, you don't want this. Like God just carried the opposite. You see, all the opposite of everything, God just carried it and gave you. And you know the funniest thing about it is I found peace with that. Knowing that this person is not or was not everything that I wanted in any way, right? Even out of all this, I think five items I had on my list, like it doesn't even check any one. It doesn't check any of those boxes. But I found peace with that. Like I found myself, God made me feel at peace with His option for me. And that's how I knew that it was God. Apart from the other three spiritual confirmations that I had, because I mean, God knew that I was going to be stubborn with about it. He knew that I was not going to like focus, or He knew that if I tell this girl, I know that she will not accept. So I found myself being at peace with the fact that He wasn't any of these things. He didn't have any of these things, right? And I was still okay with it. So what I want to say about this video, what I want to tell you is that, see, your list is not God's blueprint, right? It's okay to have a list, but leave room for God to edit that list. Now, second of all, peace is a sign of God's hand. Have you ever felt right? Like when something happens to you, or when you're doing something and it just feels right, or you meet someone and it just feels right, like that person was meant for you. Then that's not confusion, that's confirmation. Now, another thing I also learned is that God's timing is greater than our timeline. We are so used as human beings, we are so used to, for those that of us that believe in God, that are believers, right? We're so used to giving God a timeline to do things. You know, God, I want to do this. God, I want this. God, this is how I want it to be. But God showed me that His ways are not my way. His ways are not my ways, right? See, you know, one thing I always say is, my husband is not what I wanted. But I've come to realize that He's everything that I need. He's everything that I needed. Like, I wasn't even looking for a relationship at the time, much less marriage. Like, marriage. How many years have I worked? How many work have I worked that I'm looking for marriage? So, the time that it did, I got the job, right? I did two other jobs after the first one. But God added more to it, and that was marriage, a beautiful union where I even least expected it. So that brings me to the end my of this video and of my story of how I met my husband. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever been in this situation like mine, something similar, or you have a different experience? I would love, 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 love to hear your experience. Please share it in the comments. And if you have your own opinion, if you have anything that you want to say in the comments, please, you're welcome. But let's be respectful in the comment section. All right, everybody's opinion is their opinion. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.